Hey family, it is African Osorenko back at you with another video. Okay, we tried this yesterday, family. We're gonna do it again, and this time we're gonna get it right. So I came to you to have a little chit chat, family, and talk about several different topics. But the first topic is this new Texas stock exchange that is coming to Texas. I believe it's coming to Dallas, Texas. And I'd like to know, maybe in the comment section, your perceptions on why Texas is doing this. Now, they say they are doing it to make the Texas, economy surpass many others. But I have a question about it. So let me get into it, family. And I'm going to read the copyright disclosure. All right, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, the allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, research. Okay? All right. So the source of news that I'm coming from is that I'm bringing this from is the Austin American Statesman. Okay, it's a newspaper in Texas. So it says the fledgling Texas Stock Exchange announced its leadership team Monday on the lawn of the governor's mansion in downtown Austin in a session that was part cheerleading for the state's business climate and part homecoming for the mansion's most immediate former occupant. Governor Greg Abbott presided over the session by repeating one of his go to boasts about the state's economy, noting that if Texas were a country, now listen here, family, listen to this. Noting that if Texas was a country, it would have the world's eighth largest economy, still behind such powerhouses as the United States, Great Britain, and China, while nipping at the heels of France and other countries. The new way things are going, by the time next year, Texas may very well pass France and have the seventh largest economy in the entire world. Abbott said, while a handful of state lawmakers and several members of the Texas Stock Exchange stood beside him. Okay, so family creating their own Texas, their own stock exchange. Okay, they are nicknaming it Y'all Street in comparison, I guess, to our Wall Street that we would have had. That would have been very much flourishing now had it not been um, infiltrated and uh, terrorized, had the people there not been terrorized by white supremacy. It'll be based in Dallas and is expected to formally launch next year and begin trading as early as 2026. Abbott says it makes sense for Texas to have its own exchange because it is home to such financial giants as ExxonMobil, Chevron, uh, and Tesla, okay, and Dell. So, family, I when I read that, what I got from it was the part where they said Texas could be their own country and surpass other countries. Family, if you've ever read history and you know the story of the Civil War, before the Civil War, the unions wanted to separate from the Union. The southern states, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, and other southern states. They wanted to separate because they no longer wanted to be part of the United States because they wanted slavery. And the North didn't care about slavery, really, they didn't. It was just, a war for finances on both sides, period. Okay. Because we know slavery made a lot of white people rich, okay, in America. And so my thought was, now could the states, the southern states, be getting ready to uh, pull some, you know, some shenanigans out and try to separate again. This time, successfully doing it from the union. And the reason I'm discussing this today, family, is because how would that affect us as Black people if the southern states separated from the northern states? Now, mind you, there's a lot of African Americans or Black Americans that have relocated back to the South. Because we know at one time, when slavery ended, there was a large migration of people that left the South going north, because it was better there. And they thought, and they were supposedly going to get more benefit by migrating north. I'm sorry. So I just got to thinking, suppose if this were to go through, because as we see, a lot of the southern states just about do whatever they want to do. It does not seem like they have to adhere to any federal policies because they're Republican states. Now, mind you, family, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. Okay, so I don't have a dog in that fight because, as far as I'm concerned, neither side is going to do anything specific or in any way help build up the Black community. That will be up to us. But I just thought it odd. And I think, family, we have to pay attention and more attention, to specific details when the governments or the government or whatever, the state governors and government are doing in our states. We have to pay attention, family, what's going on, because while they will they put up all this stuff about Diddy and all of this other nonsense, family, and they get us sidetracked with those things when we should be focused on, what moves are they making, and what bills are they signing, and what laws are they putting into place. You know what I'm saying? Because most time, these laws and policies that they are putting into place will negatively affect our community in a very large way. Okay, and they don't want us paying attention to it, family. So we have to pay attention. So that was one of the things that I thought. I thought about how, if there were to be a separation of the states, and if Black people were in those states that are separating, you know, um, and they're making certain laws, what would happen? But family, I'm going to say this: it is going to come down to us having to uh, take a stand. You can. I'm not advocating for anything violent, but I am saying it's only so much picketing and that we can do. It's only so much peaceful demonstration that we can do. I'm a woman, and we'll stand back and let our men take the forefront on whatever you know we're going to do, but we're going to have to start looking you know at our options, and separation is another option. I believe, period, that Black people should be separate. We should be separate because we have been in this country under the thumb of white supremacy, uh, oppressed, and we just can no longer live under this system of how white supremacy does things. It is high time for us to look at other avenues and other ways of, rising above, because we will rise above, family. We absolutely will rise above. And so the next topic, family, I want to touch bases on was about mental health. Family, we are living in some very, very perilous times. We are living in some times where, so many of our people are going through it and suffering, family. And I know that life can be really hard, but I will ask you, as a therapist myself, I will say it is very important for us to, take care of our mental health. And that can be in so many ways, family. You can do it through meditating. You can do it through playing a song that you like, listening to some music, You can do it by getting with friends and just enjoying other people's company. You can, you know, get around your family, if you have family. If you don't have family, maybe you have somebody that is a friend or a close person that you can,